Hello everybody, it is Sunday, August 18th. Out in the garage this morning. Nice day, not too hot yet. Messing around with some stuff. Had a few things change here, so we'll catch up on that. And yes, that's what we'll do today. First off, you'll notice that our Jeep is gone and the bug is back in the garage. Well, what we found on our Jeep when we opened it up and discovered significant engine damage, as was shown in our last video, and a lot of, not good stuff in there. But anyways, not to be, that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me too much. But what I found was surprisingly a lack of availability of parts for that on used part. I did find some remanufactured long block engine assemblies because we needed a block and one head. So basically, you're at a long block as far as a rebuild goes. So, but all the ones that I found, they kind of started about $2,200 and went up from there, which, to be honest with you, is more than I think that was worth putting into. So we did look around for some used stuff. I did find a block at one of the, there's two local U-Pick yards, one here in Reno and one in Carson City. And the yard here in Reno, I did find a block that appeared to be good. Of course, all the stuff is still in the vehicle. But the heads were off of this particular block. And looking it around, I did find that the number 8 connecting rod bearing on that particular one was bad. But the block appeared to be okay. So that was one option, get that. Because all the rotating assemblies, crank and bearings and all that, in the Jeep that we had was good as far as I could tell. I didn't see anything wrong with that. So we went down, and there was actually a complete Jeep in the yard in Carson City. Same year, same engine, everything was the same. That everything was complete. Nothing had been taken off of it. The price of these things is not too bad. A short block, one of those, I think is $129, and a complete engine assembly with fuel injection, I think was $179. So the price of these parts actually isn't that bad. The bad part about it is you have to remove the stuff in the yard. The one with the block wouldn't have been too bad because everything was already off, but the other one would have been, for me anyways, half, 3/4 of a day project, take it out. The one thing that I did notice on the one in Carson City, it was a good looking Jeep, obviously nothing wrong with it. So immediately the question comes up, when you're looking at major components like that, why is this vehicle in the yard? And looking around, nothing obvious. There wasn't any body damage or anything like that. It was in pretty good shape. So I'm thinking, well, it's either got, something major going on. We have an engine problem with this. We have transmission out. Who knows, something like that. So kind of looking over and tried to be as careful in my inspection as I could. The one thing I noticed is that vehicle had a brand new radiator in it, just like the one that we had. Brand new radiator. Had new hoses. Clearly there've been stuff done with the water pump and everything. So I'm thinking, in my little mind, it probably is a vehicle with a common ailment. More than likely, just head gaskets in that one. But you never know. It's always a chance. And if I got thinking about it, it's like, I'm just not going to go there. I'm not going to waste my whole Sunday going down there and getting that thing out and then having to take it apart. Because the main thing that was kind of downing me on the whole thing was I was fine. Hey, we'll take it apart, we'll put some head gaskets in it, get it going, and off to the races we go. Not too big a deal. But when you're going down the route, with me anyways, I can't buy anything used and just stick it in anything. I have to actually take it apart, take a look at it. So, by the time I'm done, essentially I'm rebuilding one. And right now, I don't want to be rebuilding a Jeep. That's not in my plan. I want to work on the Bug. I'm getting all into that project, trying to stay focused on it, moving forward all the time. And I just did not want to get into what was involved in the Jeep. So, with that being said, we sold it. We sold the whole Jeep as a project. We paid $900 for it. I put it on Craigslist for $1,200. I accepted $1,100. So we put $200 in our pocket, and it's gone. We don't have to deal with it. So that saga is closed, and that is picked up off the property, gone. All the parts are gone. Have room in the garage. All good. So I've been working on the Bug. And this will show you what we've gotten done on the Bug so far. Of course, the engine transmission are out of it, but I've been working on the inside. We're removing, the interior panels. Getting pretty close on that. We've got everything coming out. Of course, there's our bad section of floor there. No other surprises, actually. And one thing that we did have is, you notice I've got the windows out of it. The only thing I haven't done is the doors, and I'll just take the doors off and I won't deal with them right now. But we got the windshield out, all the other glasses out of the car. Actually got it out without breaking anything, so that's good. But the one thing I did notice when we had the Jeep in here, the Bug was sitting outside. And we had a tremendous afternoon storm come through with rain and hail and all kinds of fun stuff. So the Bug was sitting outside when this came through, of course, so, no windows and everything. All the water goes inside of it. Of course, that side over there, it's got all the perforation in the back and the holes and everything. This side over here had water about that high, standing in it 3 or 4 days after the storm. So I'm thinking we pretty much have very sound sheet metal on this side. It would hold water for that long. That's actually a pretty good test for it. So nothing to do there really but to clean it up and patch it out of the other side. So the one thing I still have to do is go through. We've taken the headliner out. Of course, it is a sunroof car. We got the headliner out and all that. I am working now on getting the dash out of the car. It started to become loose, but it's a little bit more hardware yet. Get that out. I think we're going to take... I don't like this dash. I've never been a big fan of this style of dash in these. After they went to the curved windshield. There are some fiberglass dash panels that you can purchase for these, but I don't know if I'm really cool on those either. So I don't know. We may end up making a dash for this as we get going along. We'll have to see. That's a ways down the road, but the mind is always working. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm pretty much at the no fun part of removing all the adhesive. It's all got to come out of here. And then most of the inside here, once we get that done, will be essentially, we'll just give it a sand and spray it. Most of it is covered anyways. I do want it to be, the new body color. I don't want the old body color under our interior panels. So we'll be spraying this black in here once we get all that glue cleaned up everywhere. Get the dash out of it. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I have not ordered the adapter kit yet to mate our engine and transmission together. I haven't had too much of a panic on doing that with other stuff that's been going on, so we'll get that ordered up, and then we can start our our fitment process and see what we're going to have to cut out in here and trim back there. Open that up a little bit and give us some clearance for the turbocharger and the downpipe and some stuff like that. So that's kind of where we're at. We're starting to kind of figure out some other stuff, what we're going to do with fenders and things like that. It should be pretty cool. We'll get into that as time goes along. So the other thing that we're up to today is, we can say, of course, cop car here, we can say goodbye to the Laser. I've made a trade deal with the Laser. The Laser is going to go away here in an hour or so, and we've traded it for something that I am just in love with. Kind of a special piece, I think, and it'd be kind of interesting. So we'll be showing you that in a little while. I'll tag, this will be a two-part video. This is just part one, so I'll show you that once it gets here. But we can say goodbye to this one. This one's moving on down the road. Its time of service here is over. So, and of course, you know, cop cars are all good. So that's essentially what's going on here at the moment, for now. And I guess I'll come back when we get the Laser swap taken care of, and I'll show you what we've ended up with. I'm kind of excited with it. It's kind of a project as well, but it's not really a project in the sense of everything else that we have going on. And that's actually one of the things I kind of liked about it, is it's cool and it's a project, but right now it's you know, running, driving, doing what it's done for the last quite a while. So we'll show you that in coming up next. So until then, don't go away. Okay, we're back, and we've taken care of our errand. Our trade has been made. Laser is gone, but the new replacement is here. So let's go take a look at what we've got. Nope, not a cop car. I already had a cop car. And here we go. What we have is a 1965 F100 long box custom cab. It has 111,000 original miles on it. Original drivetrain, engine and transmission are as came in the truck. Nevada truck all of its life. No rust. Does have a few little battle scars around it. Overall, it's very, very straight. There. Really nice driving truck. Just drove it back from Sparks, and coming the route that I went, you know, it's 55, 60 miles an hour. Just cruise right along like nobody's business. Runs very, very well. For whatever reason, at some point in time, the box has been changed. It was a red box on a white truck. It's got the accessory broom. Some of the interior has been done. I'm not really sure if I'm crazy about that or not. But like I say, it's got the massive 1970s stereo speakers up under the dash. It has the original radio still in the truck. The dash is uncut. Had a few holes drilled in it here and there, but it hasn't been hacked up for a different stereo or radio, so that's kind of unusual. Like I say, the seats and the headliner has been done. I'm not really sure if I'm now that crazy about them, but they are done, so we'll just leave that at that, I guess. Automatic transmission. It's a 352 FE block V8, and like I said, it's original to the truck. Sit you down, open the hood. Okay. All right. It's had at least one paint job by the looks of it. The one thing that it does have is air conditioning. The air conditioning that's in this truck, like I say, the inside part of it has been taken out. I have it, it's in the back. But the air conditioning that's in this truck is a Allstate air conditioning system. And what that was is it's an automotive accessory that was sold by Sears under the Allstate name. And like I say, we have that. So it hangs under the dash unit. I'll have to get some new hoses for it, but it looks like it's all there, so we see if we can get that going. Yeah, Allstate, that's kind of cool. See if we can get that functioning again. It's pretty much just an old original truck. I am the third owner. The original owner was in possession of this truck for 46 years. The family I bought it from, they bought it 2 years ago. But it's nice old truck. Runs just as nice. Drives just as nice. I'm actually very, very pleased with it, actually. Very pleased with it. Looks like it's got some oil leaks. The transmission, to me, feels a little soft here and there. This would be the Ford Cruise-O-Matic with the 2-position drive indicator. It's got a white dot drive and a green dot drive. The green dot drive, and I think I have this correct, starts the truck in low gear, shifts to second, shifts to drive. The white dot drive, the truck starts out in second gear and shifts once to third gear. But yeah, it's all right. I tell you, One of the real features of this thing that grabbed my attention immediately, although it is a project, it's a running, driving vehicle that, you know, I've already been asked a couple times, well, what are you going to do with it? And pretty much the answer is nothing. I'm going to put some license plates on it, and we'll just cruise it around every now and then. Tinker away with the little fiddly bits, but other than that, for right now anyways, I'm just going to leave it alone. I think it's got a really cool Survivor patina to it. You know, it's I don't know, I like it a lot. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just a neat old truck. We'll have to do something different in the it does need a set of tires. The tires aren't that great, so we'll do something in the wheel tire area. But other than that, I'm not going to do much of anything to it. I'll see if I can get the AC working. Maybe we'll fix some oil leaks or something. There are no seat belts in the truck right now. We'll have to put some seat belts in it. Like I said, it is manual steering, manual brakes, drum all the way around. Should be a 9-inch rear end. I haven't actually looked, but it should be a 9-inch in the back of this. But it's just a cool old truck, and it's a 48-year-old Survivor for the most part. It hasn't been all weirded out. Like I said, the only thing I don't know is I don't know, you know, at some point in time the bed was red, and I'm assuming it was changed. But the gentleman that had this had a plumbing and heating business, and maybe it was something to do with that. You know, and maybe it was some kind of a paint thing with his business. I don't know. But like I say, there's no Bondo in it for the most part that I've been able to find. There's no rust. The floors look just like that. I mean, they're just as nice as can be. You know, one of the advantages of a Nevada truck, and a basically low mileage Nevada truck. It's spent a lot of its life, I think, sitting. So yeah, that's it. Camera girl is all enthralled with it. She likes it, and she says, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I like it a lot better than your Chevy. I says, well, I like it better than the Chevy, but I like the Chevy too. So $1965 was 1 year only for that grill, and a little research I've done on it. Ford obsoleted that grill in either August or September of 1965 and started putting the 1966 grills in production trucks. And that's the only one that you could get for a replacement. So the 65 grills, they're around, but they're a little on the rare side. So I'm assuming all this front group is all original. 64 had the parking lights were in the grill down here. The 66 grill it has similar to that, but it's got big, wide openings at the top. There's two big openings. They're like that wide. So it is a little different. So there it is. But like I say, the thing that I like about it is I can mess around with it a little bit. We can have some fun with it. And it's not going to take away from my main focus, which is working on the bug at the moment. I don't have to get into a big thing with that, you know, takes a bunch of my time, and I can continue on this project, which is what I really want to be working on. So, and based on what I've seen of comparable vehicles in my area to the F100, the asking price was actually a little bit on the lower side of what people are typically asking for those, and for a lot of them that I've seen, it's in a lot better shape. and it still was, I think it's got a value that's significantly higher than what the laser was worth. So I think we got a good deal out of the ding. I'm happy with it. The family that we traded for that has 4 teenagers that are all pretty much just starting to drive, and they traded it for the laser, and one of the sons will be driving it back and forth to high school. And I met the kid, and he seems like a really nice, responsible young man, so I think he'll take care of the car. But it'll definitely be a lot cheaper for him to run than this, for sure. So anyways, that's what we're up to here. Doing some sweating too. So it's warming up pretty good this afternoon. It wasn't bad this morning, but it's that time of the year. Messing around with all this stuff is going to slow down a little bit for a little while. I've got a house painting project here that I've kind of neglected so far this summer. I've got to get back on and see if I can get some of that done. And some yard stuff to do as well. So we'll be messing with that stuff. But we'll still be out here working a little bit, and we'll still be putting videos out. So anyways, enjoy the Sunday until the next time we get together. And don't forget, mumble tonight. You guys that are watching, mumble. Don't forget. Until the next time we get together, take it easy.